Welcome. I'm Chandra Fries, Vice President for Programs of the League of Women Voters of San Francisco. The League is a nonpartisan but political organization dedicated to the active and informed participation of all citizens in government. We never support or oppose candidates. However, we do take stands on issues. For further information about election issues, visit our website at sfvotes.org. We want to thank our co-sponsor for this conversation, SFGov TV. You will hear from the unopposed candidate for City Attorney, Dennis Herrera. He will have a chance to present his views on issues affecting the city and to answer questions on those issues which have been submitted and vetted through the League. Mr. Herrera's answers will not be timed. Let's begin. Welcome, Mr. Herrera.
Nice to be here.
Thank you. Would you please start by telling us what you deem to be the most important duties of City Attorney?
I think the most important duties that you have as City Attorney is balancing a number of conflicting, not necessarily conflicting, but competing responsibilities. We're the general counsel to over 100 city departments, agencies, and commissions. We represent the city whenever the city gets sued in over 8,000 claims per year. We are, our office represents the city when we have an affirmative claim. We also have the ability to step into the shoes of the Attorney General of the state and sue on behalf of the people of the state of California. When you look at all those responsibilities that are more official, that's something that's important, but you can never forget that you're also the people's lawyer and making sure that government is being responsive to the legal needs of the citizens that we serve. That's why we have responsibilities that are as important as enforcing our health and safety codes, our building codes for habitability. There's a whole range of issues that we have to get involved in, some that serve the official body of the city family, but others that respond to the citizens' needs. And to look at the entirety of those responsibilities, juggle those competing responsibilities, and continue to do the best job that you possibly can on behalf of the citizens of the city and county is a challenge in and of itself.
Okay, thank you. Of which accomplishments are you the most proud during your term as City Attorney?
We've been involved in so many issues. We have 350 of the most dedicated legal professionals you will find anywhere. Approximately 200 of them are lawyers. They are involved on issues of local significance, statewide significance, and national importance, from things as broad as marriage equality to protecting a woman's right to choose, to gang safety, to energy policy, to health policy. But the thing that I am most proud of is an action, quite honestly, that hasn't got that much attention, and that is through a lawsuit that I brought against the city's largest Section 8 housing provider, a national company based out of state. We negotiated a legal settlement where we got the initial seed money to establish the very, very first Boys and Girls Club in the Bayview Hunters Point neighborhood, which is now providing educational and recreational programming for hundreds of kids that previously had no opportunity. And when I look at how I've demanded accountability when it comes to my gang injunction program to ensure that we have safe streets and that folks are being held accountable for their actions, I view it as equally important that I'm doing whatever I can to provide opportunity and a way out for those that might have gotten their life off on the wrong track. So the proudest thing that I've done as City Attorney is something that probably hasn't received the acclaim that some of the other issues that we've been involved with has, and that is establishing the very, very first Boys and Girls Club here in the Bayview Hunters Point section of San Francisco.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. What are your priorities in the coming term as City Attorney?
There are a number. We have over 30 city departments, agencies, 30 different teams that represent the variety of city government here in the city and county of San Francisco. And one thing that I have learned is we have to be adaptable. The city attorney's office oftentimes sits on the fulcrum of whatever the public policy debate is between various constituencies within City Hall and amongst the constituencies that are outside City Hall and within the building. So for me, it's being able to respond and respond quickly. As I head into my next term as city attorney, there are a number of issues, though, that are of the utmost importance. That is, number one, public safety. Number two, to assure accountability for taxpayer dollars, because I view it that as at a time we have a budget crisis, we have to be making sure that city government is spending taxpayer dollars wisely. That's why I've established two things that I think are going to help in that. A stimulus spending task force, which is going to track the $300 million that we anticipate is coming into the city and county of San Francisco over the course of the next several years, making sure that money is spent wisely and that we can account for that money. So we will be advising our clients throughout city government about how to access that money quickly, and also sending out the message to the taxpayer that we're going to make sure that we are keeping an eye on that money to make sure it's being spent according to the law and in accordance with the practices that we need. Also, in terms of, I chaired a task force that recently completed a report on nonprofit contributions to the city's delivery system over the course of the last several years. We spend a lot of money on nonprofit services. They're a vital part of the delivery system of services here in the city and county of San Francisco. So I have a task force that is now moving forward on our recommendations to make sure that the city is being a good customer and client, because I think ultimately that protects the core of the services that we have that serve our most vulnerable citizens. So those are the issues that I plan on focusing on as we head into my next term as city attorney.